What's happening, everybody? Appreciate you guys checking in. We in here on a Wednesday. We appreciate you guys. Man, couldn't do it last Sunday. That's on half me. I'm gonna blame more on Chris. He's on true vacation, so he's living his good life. But couldn't pop in and out on Tuesday, basically, or on a Sunday, basically on our normal time. Kind of break down that Broncos game. I want to talk about that just a little bit. I know my guy Severe, man, you've been still on here doing your thing, talking about it, but I want to talk about it for just a minute. But we're going to break down some game film. Obviously, at this point, we know the writing is on the wall. There's a ton of injuries, but there was something specific that I was looking for when I was breaking down the game film. One, Brock Bowers disappeared. Question is, why did he disappear? And two, I kind of want to see just kind of how this offensive line is going to work now that there are injuries. Obviously, Dylan Parham, he might be out for a little bit. I think Pete Carroll said he's going to be at least trying to practice later in the week, so we'll see how that works out. But we know JPJ is now basically, I think he's on IR, but essentially he's going to be out for the season. I mean, exactly. That's basically what it comes down to. So I want to just kind of see, okay, who do we got behind him? How do we think this O-line is going to do? But again, more importantly is, why didn't we see Brock Bowers more? And if you guys remember last year, coincidentally enough, we broke down that Broncos game because Brock Bowers was nowhere to be seen last year in one of those Broncos games. And we broke down that game film, and there was opportunity. Getsy schemed him open. There was plays that were designed for him, and I was like, okay, is that the same case here? Or what happened, right? And so I wanted to kind of dive a little bit deeper, and is this going to be something that we might see moving forward? So we're going to break down the game film. Again, it's only about 13, 14 plays. Nothing too crazy. We might talk about JPJ. We're going to talk about Tom McMahon, special teams coach, getting ousted a little bit. Is that going to make a big difference? And we might be able to chop up about that Cowboys game. So we're going to let the chat kind of roll through, man. I appreciate everybody rocking. But, man, Severe, I know you and Pharaoh were going a little bit late last night. God damn, every single time. I see you guys about to go live. I got some stuff I got to get done late at night. And I'm about to go to bed, and I go back and check, and you guys are still rocking, man. Obviously you were talking a lot, but how you feeling, man?
Yeah, man, talking a lot about a lot. The last two times we had some, had some spirited debates, man, about everything going on with this team. But it is what it is at this point. We kind of we always harken back to after what game was that? The Command after was that? I think maybe it was the Commanders game. After the Commanders game, I believe, or maybe it was the Colts game when me, you, and Chris was like, man, let's take a look at the rest of the schedule and see if we can locate another win. And I think we all identified the Titans, and then everything else was like, it's not,
It's rocky. It's
rocky. So like any given Sunday, we just saw what happened with the Dolphins and the Bills, obviously. So that's a divisional game. Well, we came close the last 2 weeks to pulling out a win, but at this point, bro, I don't want any wins. Like saying like this, this last game was terrible just because it was bad offense, just horrible offense. Will Putnam, I don't want watching Will Putnam play. That's another story, but. The game
bad story. That's not just another. That's a bad story. He is awful.
But the Jags game, that's a perfect game. Hey, let's get some scoring going on. Got a little overtime action. Brock Bowers going crazy. Like that's the stuff I want to see. Like, hey, if we put out that performance when we lose, I'm good with that. But we put out whatever this was last week or on Thursday. That was trash. That was trash.
It was rough, but we're gonna break down that game film. But chat, we're gonna get you in guys in just 1 second. LS, I see you, man. Yeah, you're saying it was the Commanders game. You're right. I'm gonna give you just some real quick after kind of watching the entire game film, going back in, breaking it down. The only thing that I will add, that I think I have tapped in and listened to some other people kind of talk, is again, this past weekend I was out of town, so I really couldn't jump on and needed to do it live. Again, not on Sunday. Couldn't do an individual video. But I do think that the win played a much bigger factor than most people didn't really take into consideration. And so if you take a look at what the game was like, it was a lot of screens on both sides, right? We tried to do some jet sweeps with Brock Bowers. We tried to do it with Trey Tucker. We tried to do a lot of screens with Genty. I mean, you look at the Broncos. The Broncos tried to do a lot of screens. They weren't able to throw the ball downfield because that wind was, I think, playing a massive role. And if you've ever, I've never played quarterback in the wind. Again, emergency quarterback.
That's quarterback, yeah. There's a respect of his name.
Yeah, that's about it. And it was nice and sunny, so it helped me out. But if you ever played defense in a very windy game, you know that you can scheme much differently now that the quarterback is not going to be able to throw the ball downfield. At the same time, it adjusts your offensive play calling. You're not going to be able to throw the ball downfield. And if you go back and you watch the All-22 and you look at the sky view, you look at the eagle eye view, a lot of those deep balls, I mean, I'm talking wind took them. The wind took them bad. And whenever you have an extremely windy game, it's a lot of short passes. It's a lot of passes in the middle of the field, short darts in the middle of the field, because you can no longer throw the sideline very well. Reason being is because if you look at the hash marks in the NFL, they're much closer to the middle of the field, which it's a longer distance to the sideline. And so luckily, that ball that Geno put to Deontay Thornton, that was a beautiful, perfect ball. But on the end zone view, when the ball goes up in the air, you can see the flags on the goalposts weren't moving. So I think the wind died down just a little bit. But either way, I think the wind played a much larger role in that game than most people took into consideration, and that's why you didn't see a lot of deep passes at all. And even when you did, they looked so inaccurate. And I think it's because that the wind played a massive role. So I just that's one thing I want to throw out there. But again, as we kind of break this game film down, I wanted to see, why didn't we target Brock Bowers? Was it the win? What was the factor? Or were there opportunities to give him the ball? And we just didn't pull that trigger. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of break down this game film. But before we get into it, man, I usually do it first. But Severe, man, I'll give you the honors, man. If you want to start from the top, man, shout the chat. Say what's up to everybody in the building.
What's going on? What's going on? It's my guy. He's pulling up. Oh, yeah, my guy. That's a little chat. It's way up here. My guy, LS. My dog, LS in the building. Shout out to Relly, Brim Blood. What's good? Isaiah in the building. What's going on? Alec M. The usual Kevin Lurker in the building. Art White. Time for us to look at the I agree. We'll probably get into that a little bit today about, maybe something we might see against the Cowboys. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Happy Wednesday. Hey, happy Wednesday to you too. And what's cold is that we didn't talk about it, but I know we're coming off this long break technically because we played Thursday. So we think we should have like extra days rest. But the Cowboys coming off a bye.
100%.
Cowboys coming off a bye. Doing this dirty. Radio Show family. This nigga's Nav, man. What's going on?
What up, Nav?
Alfredo, salute. Alfredo, TK in the building. Salute to you, brother. In noon, my dog in noon. What's going on? My 2 cents. Salute to you as well, brother. See about these dimes.
About to see about these dimes. They get dropped by Deontay Thornton. My two, okay, man. So my two switched it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, my two. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, man. I think that's the biggest thing is, when we break down this game film, I was trying to figure out, could we have potentially gotten the ball to Brock? We're going to break this thing down. Chat, we appreciate everybody that's rocking with us. I think a couple more have come in right through the tribe. What's going on? MG's in the building as well. Frank Weber in the building. What's going on, man? Dutch Master, what's happening? You think Cap starts Monday? I think he's going to have to.
Yeah,
he's going to have to. Unfortunately, and we're gonna show a little bit of this offense, which is brutal to watch. And what up, Marcus? What's going on, man? So look, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go through. We're gonna break down this game film. Remember, guys, if you have a comment, if you have a question, hit that hashtag Raiders. Catches my eye. And my guy Severe, he's gonna be able to kind of star some of these and kind of, if he sees something, he'll definitely highlight it, and I'm going to definitely try to bring it up as well. But again, guys, if you can, do us a big favor. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button if you can. Hit that sub button as well. You got The Severe Raider. I'm 805 Raider. Real Talk Raider Nation. Again, we hit you guys after the games on Sundays. We also break down game film and try to chop it up about the game. Maybe try to talk a little bit about the upcoming game and some of the news throughout the week on Wednesdays, like you're seeing today. Just rock out with us, man. We definitely appreciate it. QEP, I see you, brother. Appreciate you rocking with us. So let's do this. Without further ado, let's break this thing down. Usually I go defense first, then we go offense. I'm going to go one defensive play, that's it. Because, again, as much as it was a defensive battle, when the winds are blowing like that, man, it just makes it that much easier for the defense. I don't want to take anything away from the defense, but it makes it much easier for the defense to understand what the offense can and cannot do, because that wind dictates a lot of the limitations of an offense. And so I was going to showcase a lot of the defense, but I definitely want to focus more on the offense. I'm going to get to that side. But here's the first thing, right? This is the defensive side. I only got one play. And we see this often. I hate to just show a bad play out of just a good day of the defense, but here's my thing. Max Crosby, he's got to stop over pursuing. We see it time in and time again. And as much as he can be a dominant pass rusher, obviously he's shown how well he could be just in the run support, in the run game. He's got to stop overrunning quarterbacks when it's a pass play, because this is the type of things that happen. I'm going to kind of run it through. You got Max at the top of the screen. They motion down. I'll play it all the way through. Complete pass. They rip off about 20, 30, 25, 30 yards downfield, get themselves. I believe they finish off with the score on this play. And here's the thing. You could talk about the back end coverage. You could talk about the linebackers. You could talk about the way the defensive backs play this. Here's the thing. Bo Nix is a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is allow him to extend the play, allow him out of the pocket, and now as soon as the quarterback moves out of the pocket, all the defenders' responsibilities change. Now you have to adjust to the quarterback. And so you got I'm blanking on this kid's name. 13. Troy Franklin.
Yeah, Troy Franklin, Oregon.
You got Trey Franklin. He's scraping over, right? There's a safety on top. They're basically dropping to a cover 3. Isaiah Palomar has no choice but to now have to go after Bo Nix. Right? Bo Nix knows that. He understands there's going to be a vacant area, and now responsibilities change. Now you're asking Devin White to adjust his responsibility, and now he's got to get across the field to try to undercut this pass. And for him to be able to do that, it's asking way too much for any but a linebacker.
Exactly.
This all starts with Max Crosby. I'll go back one more time. It all starts with Max Crosby just over pursuing and allowing Bo Nix to kind of escape out the pocket.
Yeah.
We just can't have that. So, again, we've seen a lot. I don't like it. We got to make sure we clean that up if we have any chance at winning some of these defensive battles moving forward. And so, Severe, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, as you alluded to, we've seen it time and time again where, hey, contain, man. Just keep contain. I don't know who the linebacker was right there. It looks like they jumped in the A gap.
It's Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams, yeah, he jumped in the A gap too. So both of those guys, I mean, and I don't know what his responsibility was right there, but yeah, he jumped in the A gap. Like right there, you just like why I don't know why you trying to be the guard inside. He's probably just, stay in that hole. But so it's, and Bo Nix he's been struggling. So make that guy stand back there and throw, man. Make him stand back there and throw in the wind. Like I don't know, but sometimes situational awareness is been lacking with this team, and you would think with this type of coaching staff as experienced as they are, they'd be drilling this into these guys, on a consistent basis. But it just seems we've been shooting ourselves in the foot time and time again this year. Just it's just like self-inflicted wounds, and they add up over time.
It is 100%. Raider White in the building. What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in here with us. LS, that's not in Devin White's bag of tricks.
No,
It is not. It is not. Asking him to follow Troy Franklin across the field when it's a surprise adjustment, that ain't in his bag of tricks. That's rough. And so, what up, Leo? What's going on, brother? Hey, shout out to everybody. Hey, if you guys are going to be out here over the weekend, my guy Leo's going to be out here. The Master Country Slander continues.
I went I dressed as a keep to leave for Halloween, man. Leo, did you not know?
Oh man, that's funny. But shout out to everybody. Let us know. Hit us up. I'll be out there at the tailgate. Leo's gonna be out there in the tailgate. We're actually gonna meet up probably on Sunday at a sports book, whether it be at maybe Westgate or even the Orleans. We're gonna go out there, chill it all day, watch some Sunday football, and then we're gonna be out there for the tailgate. So let us know. Hit us up if you're in the area or if you're coming out there. We're definitely love to link up. So we'll be out there, man. I ain't going to that goddamn game. I ain't spending no money on these goddamn Raiders, but I'm definitely going to go out to the tailgate and say what's up to everybody. So hit us up. Let us know if you guys are rocking out there.
Send me if I get my other car by then, I'm like I ain't buying a plane ticket to if I get my other car by then, I'll probably drive out there on Monday. Kick it with y'all for the tailgate.
Hey,
and then
let us know, man.
Get back home, man. My dad car not gonna make it. I need my other car. So if I haven't
yeah, let us know. Hey, we'll be out here. I'm going to be out there basically first thing. I'm taking Monday off. I'm going to be out there about to have some fun. So, all right. So let's do this, man. Chewy, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you popping in here as well. I see you in here. Let's see. We got Marcus in here as well. Remember, guys, do me a favor. Hit that hashtag Raiders. If you guys got a question or a comment, Leo, you're saying we're coached so badly. I know. And Huey, you're saying, okay, we fired Tom. We're going to talk about that a little bit after. I don't got a whole lot of clips. The Mashrad. What's going on? What's the score in the Chiefs game? Don't know. And it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, big dog. Kevin, real quick, you're saying I think that's just Max going off his I think you're saying instinct.
Yeah, probably autocorrect it. Yeah, instinct.
Yeah, but nobody else knows he's doing that. Yeah. But unfortunately, he just does it quite a bit. Unfortunately, and hopefully he can just get out of that habit.
And sometimes he makes big, man. So it's sometimes you make big plays off of it, but like in that situation where it's a tight defensive game, like if you need a big play, if you need a big play, hey, sometimes it's okay to go off script and do that. But in a very tight game where you guys are playing well, the defense is playing well, you don't really need that in that situation. Sometimes it's just about everybody doing their job.
100%. So again. Went defense. I don't want to show a whole lot on defense for all the reasons I just explained. So we're going to jump to the offensive side. Okay? Jump to the offense is just one thing, man. Max, we just got to clean that up because the leader on this defense can't continue to have those type of mistakes. Definitely got to clean it up. Let's jump to the offense. It is first play of the game. Okay? First play of the game. And I'm like, God damn it. Am I clipping plays already? The very first play of the game. So we got Forsyth down here, and it's basically, in my opinion, just a missed assignment. I don't know whether or not, and I'm starting to get more and more frustrated, even though we've talked about Brendan Carroll. Brendan Carroll, the run game coordinator, he's designing these blocking schemes. I'm starting to get, I'm going to remain pissed at him, but I'm going to start shifting my anger at Chip Kelly because at some point, you got to put your goddamn foot down and be like, hey.
You got to step in there.
This shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? My name is on the line.
Exactly.
And so, basically a run play. Stone Forsyth. I got the end zone view as well. A little bit of motion. Number 9 walks his ass right in. Here's the thing. Is that Hufanga? I think, he's number 9, right? Here's the thing. You're going to see all this action, right? A bunch of pulling, motion, stuff like that. Forsyth just goes the wrong way, in my opinion. So you got the motion by Trey Tucker. I'll go back real quick. You got the motion at the snap with Trey Tucker. What that motion is supposed to do is freeze this end.
Yeah.
This end is now supposed to be able to basically, he wants to keep his edge. He wants to keep his leverage. So Forsyth, man, you got to step down and get this inside. You got to get Hufanga.
Yeah.
That's your assignment. But for some reason, he bounces outside. Everybody else is basically blocking the correct way. And we just let him walk right in. I don't know why we are continuously just missing assignments left and right. That motion's supposed to hold that edge rusher. And as an offensive lineman, especially when Forsyth as a left tackle, your number one objective is to protect your inside gap, because your inside gap is the closest line to the backfield, closest line to the running back.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't understand. I don't know if we're week 9 now, going into week 10, and we're basically continuing to miss assignments. We'll go one more time in the end zone view. You got Dylan Parham. You got a double here. Dylan Parham's got to get to 49. He lets 49 dance around for some reason. Parham, get your ass to attach yourself to 49. But
yeah, what is he doing? He ain't never touched him.
I know, he's just dancing for some goddamn reason. But you got to protect your inside gap. Eyes got to be on the linebacker. That motion at the snap holds that edge rusher for some reason. There's nobody to get him. The only person that can be assigned to Hufanga is Forsyth.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Crazy.
It's frustrating. I'll play it one more time.
Frank Weber and Max getting side cappy. If you're trying to do too much. Leah, offense, we got to do it. You got to do it. You got to take your medicine just like us. Got to take your medicine. Yeah, Isaiah. Yeah, man. Parham ain't. He ain't. But he was dancing like 805 said, just dancing.
Yeah. It's frustrating to watch. And again, that's the very first play that kind of sets the tone. But we're still seeing just miscommunication, missed assignments. Now Forsyth's the backup, but at the end of the day, we can't see the same mistakes. I mean, we've been pointing since preseason.
Yeah. That
we're trying to figure out linemen are just going the wrong way, and it happens day in and day out through every single game. So, this is the pitch play by Genty. With him trying to get upfield, I'm going to tell you right now, I understand the Broncos have a good defense.
Yeah.
But if we want to have a chance at winning any games, I mean, we just get our ass handed to us across the board.
Yeah, who that's JPJ too. JPJ looked like he missed a block right there.
I'm gonna continue to run it, and the thing is that you run a pitch to try to widen guys out to kind of create natural running lanes. You want the linebackers to kind of pursue. Hopefully, one gets caught. One linebacker kind of gets cut off. You want to create these natural running lanes. But my thing is, we got to do better getting the second level.
Yeah.
And look, I'd love to see Genty.
That explosiveness, it's just not there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, JPJ
missed that block. He makes that block. It's a nice game.
The entire offensive line, and you guys know, I'm telling you, from tackle to tackle, it was atrocious the entire game. Unfortunately, I'm talking every single one of them. Meredith looked horrible. JPJ, Paul. I mean, it was a rough day. You watch JPJ here trying to get to 49.
It's like, come on, man. Just with ease. He beats him with ease.
And the thing is with JPJ, we've shown it before, is to where he lunges at guys.
Yeah.
It's horrible technique. As an offensive lineman, your number one objective, get your hands on him and get into his body. Because the moment you get your hands on him and get into his body, you can control him.
Yeah.
But if you lunge, he can olay your ass just like he did. And it's tough.
Yeah. And that time, like how he was trying to load up. Like his hands were late. Like he was loading up. And then as soon it was a tail. Like you see he like loads up, and then
Yep.
as soon as the dude sees that, okay, bam, I'm hit you with a move. I'm getting it back. I mean, I'm getting to the back. So it's I don't know, man. It's just
It's not. It's rough. I mean, again, I know we always talk about blocking and the O line's not good, and it's not. But we always say with Genty at number 6, you also got to make your own magic. You got to find your own success, right? And so we definitely still want to see Genty do it, but sometimes, man, it's rough sailing out there with this offensive line. So here's Genty's touchdown. All right. I just showed some atrocious blocking, but finally we got some good blocking, and Genty, was first contact was basically at the 1 yard line, which is great. So this is Genty's touchdown on the near on the field side.
oh, nice pull right there, JPJ.
It's a very good pull by JTJ. JPJ right here pulls through. Offensive line walls everybody off. And Genty lowers his shoulder to get in.
Executed nicely. Genty finished it off. I mean, that's what you want to see.
Yep.
It's everything going hand in hand. Who was that at tight end? Was that
Mayer, I believe.
Mayer? Okay.
Yeah, down here. Yep.
Yeah.
Mayer does a good job.
Yeah. See, that's how. And he gave that linebacker just enough to think about, just a second to distract him, and then JPJ came over.
Yeah, and I'll give JPJ credit. It's a great cut off of Mayer's block. That's what you want to see. It's a great cut here. Bang.
And good vision by Genty, finding the lane, not going down on first contact, finishing it off.
Yep, 100%. In Rosetown, what's going on, man? He said there's no consistency in this O-line that shows you need to have that and stability. I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. Again, man, Brendan Carroll is the Undertaker for our line. He'll never live that one down.
Never live that down, man. Never.
VB's in the building. What's going on, man? Severe over 3,000 views on 50/50 late night show. Hell yeah, man.
Trying to get it.
That's good shit, man. What up, Herman? What's going on, brother? Good seeing you in the building as well, man. Frank, I take a shot every time I says, here's the thing. I don't know. All right, you prove it, man, and I might have to put that on repeat.
Frank, man. Don't do that. It'll probably you don't even realize it. You don't realize it. You'll be in the hospital, in the ER.
That's very true. That is very true. What up, Jason? What's going on, brother? It says, why is Genty cutting back into the pursuit of those power sweeps? Sometimes, man, there's nowhere else to go. But I got some to show you without question. What up, Dominic? What's going on, man?
Yeah.
I got some other.
Sometimes you want to get wide. Sometimes you want to get wide. If you can. But if you see everybody flowing that way, sometimes if JPJ makes that block there, that it looks like a nice cutback by Genty. Looks like it's a nice game. But if JPJ missing that block and then Genty just not having that foot in the ground instant, hey, I'm 0 to 60. It's just not there. So that stuff has to develop, and it has to be there for him. So he needs a little more assistance. Where some other guys where they just put their foot in the ground and they're upfield and they're getting 6-7 yards in those kind of plays.
So this next one, let's see. All right, so there's another run by Genty. We're actually out wide a little bit.
That was nice. I like that.
I like the little jump cut. All right, he shows a little bit of vision there.
Yes,
I do like it. All right, so Genty's going to kind of get this ball. He does show a little vision to the left side. I do like it. We'll definitely call out. There's a couple plays I'm about to call out, but when I do see a glimpse of some decent vision, I'll definitely show it. So you got Genty here.
That was nice. And hey, fight through that first contact, get some extra yardage, and fall forward. That's nice. Yep. That's good running back play right there.
That's what you want to see. That's him kind of making his own success. So exactly. I'll definitely take it.
Exactly.
We'll play it one more time through. Offensive line kind of gets walled off at the line of scrimmage, unfortunately, but he just finds He finds that opening. He finds it, sees it. Like Severe, like you said, lowers his shoulder after 5 yards and gets 7, which is perfect. So we'll take it. We'll take it. When it's there, it's there. Remember, guys, do us a favor. Hit that hashtag Raiders if you guys got something, whether it's a comment, question regarding the play. I got to clip it. This is Gentie's long run. It's a hell of a run by Gentie. Very fluid, smooth run. I like it. I'm telling you, man, this Jack Besh hold was just absolute trash.
It was terrible. Terrible.
Jack Besh down here, down below.
There's no need for it. There's no need for it.
But the problem is like, ref, I'm sorry, you don't call that.
Yeah, but they're going to call it. You know they're going to call it. If it's that egregious, they're going to call it. And then that's what's up, they're going to call it. And that's because he's right by the sideline. So, like, he's in, like, playing. It feels like, like in the middle of the field. Maybe they don't, but he's, like, right in their plain sight.
He is. That sideline ref was just looking down the sideline.
He's right there watching, and they're probably watching for that because that's what always happens. Is that the blocker doesn't realize once the ball carrier's past him. Yeah. So when that defender changes directions on him, it creates that hole, and it's no need for it because at that point the runner's gone. Like this guy's if he's gonna catch Gentie, he's gonna be downfield. It's gonna be downfield, so it's just a rookie mistake, man. Rookie mistake.
And the tough part is, and the only thing I will say is, the tough part for Jack Besh is that he doesn't know where Gentie is.
Exactly.
Right, and so the moment the refs see these numbers, I think it's 31. The moment that 3-and-1 stretch, that ref knows. All right, I'm tossing the flag. It sucks. I hate that the ref would throw a flag like that, but. It is what it is, and again, can't leave it up to the refs.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part. But hell of a run. I'm going to play it one more time. Hell of a run by Gentie. Great job avoiding contact about 5 yards downfield. I'll take the run. It's a good run right here. Bang. Right there, just avoid that contact.
Man, that was nice right there. And just that subtle movement, right? Not a crazy super jump cut, super juke. Just, hey, subtle understanding of, hey, you know what? This is where I need to get to avoid this contact, and then put his foot back in the ground and keep going forward. Man, that's nice. That's nice.
It is. But the one thing I will say, one thing I'll point out, because a lot of people argued me like crazy in the chat and all over the place, Gentie just doesn't have that breakaway speed, unfortunately.
He doesn't. Like, you see it right there. You see it right there. Like, that's like
if it wasn't the guy that tackled him, there was another guy going to hawk him down real quick, and so. I don't expect Gentie to rip off an 80-yarder, on our side of the field. So it's unfortunate.
It's gonna look like he did against Chicago, where it's like, he's gonna have to break a tackle and he's gonna have to catch people kind of coming forward and then their momentum coming forward, and he breaks a tackle, and then hey, at that point they're running one direction and he's running the other direction, so they got to change directions and try to gear back up and catch them. And at that, it's going to be too late. David Montgomery had one like I said. I always say, to me, I look at him, he's the same level of athleticism and speed as David Montgomery. And David Montgomery's a damn good back in the NFL. So that's nothing to sneeze at. I wouldn't take David Montgomery at 6, but he's still a damn good back in the league.
All right, so here's another one. Look, again, I just tried to look. Were there opportunities for us to get Brock the football? Right? Can we get him the football? Did Geno just not see it? Did Geno ignore it? How is Geno going through his progressions? And you got Brock Bowers at the top of the screen right here. I'll tell you right now, when you go and look at you look at our offensive line, and then I'm going to show the end zone view. There's a combination. Geno was scared. He took off way too quick, way too easy, way too fast. But they doubled Brock a lot. So last year, when we showed where Brock had plenty of opportunity, and Luke Getsy was scheming the play to Brock, and Minshew just wasn't seeing it, This game's a little different. Broncos did a very good job of bracketing Brock. They basically had a linebacker on him with a corner on top, a safety on top. They did a very good job of taking him away. But I will say, I challenge anybody to go through it. There's a lot of times Brock was blocking on pass plays. They'd run a screen to Trey Tucker, run a screen to Genty. Brock's blocking. There was times where he was 2nd and 9. It was 1st and 10. Brock's not even in the game. So as much as I was trying to pay attention to where Brock was, there was multiple times where either he wasn't even in the game or he was blocking. He wasn't even going out for a pass route.
Ooh,
don't know why. Don't ask me why, but
malpractice. This is malpractice.
So not open there. A lot of times he just was not open. There's a couple that I'm going to show, but man, watch this offensive line. This is
god awful.
It's
a 4-man rush too. It's oh my, look at it's the JP. Look like he got shot. Is that Glaze? Look like he got shot. Or that just oh no, that was Forsyth. Look like he got hit with this assassin's bullet. Like he fell down.
But like, don't get me wrong. You know, like it's nothing but backups. But holy crap! Like I feel for Geno a little bit. What are you going to do with that? That's tough. And that was happening all game long. And that's why he was so quick to just kind of get out. He was quick to just kind of try to escape the pocket. Man, it's tough. But here's a good one. All right. And I'll definitely show Brock's long catch. All right. So Brock's going to go in motion. There's a really good job by Geno. He stays in the pocket. I believe Brock kind of clears the safety a little bit, a catch downfield. It's just a good play. Obviously, I think the biggest play we had all night.
Yeah, that's good design.
Mm-hmm. It was hard to show the end zone view, but you definitely could see that really good protection by the offensive line. Allowed Geno time, allowed Brock to get far enough downfield to clear that safety. He crosses that safety, open, got him.
Yeah, against man coverage. I mean, that's you're gonna eat with that stuff. Eat with those kind of routes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the only catch he had throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then next one here, again, that very first play. I'm sitting there going either bad play design, why is our offensive line continuing to miss assignments? This is probably one of the worst design plays I've ever seen. Unless someone just completely missed their assignment. This is the little jet sweep. Typically, you would see a jet sweep out of motion, but they decided to snap this with Brock I don't know what the word I'm looking for. At a still position, I guess. Usually you'll see motion first off of this. I don't know why you got Michael Mayer down here. Why the hell you don't block down on this edge rusher?
Yeah.
Brock Bowers starting from a still position is not going to have the speed and the momentum to get around this edge rusher. Not going to happen. So it's just a horribly designed play.
Yeah.
Don't stand a chance.
I was watching something because I think it was a situation where I don't know if it was this game or another game where they ran like a similar play, and Nick Benito. I always want to call him Bitonio. I don't know why. What's the Joe Bitonio? Is that a Joe Bitonio or something like that? But Nick Benito, I think they were trying to widen him out, and this time he didn't go for it. He just he saw the formation. Oh, as a matter of fact, now we ran to play against somebody else. I forget who was against. And Brock had a nice game. And the defensive end, the way he played it was different than Nick Benito. Nick Benito, hey, he came straight forward. The other guy, I think he widened out or he was like trying to read something else, but Nick Benito came straight downhill. So whatever it was that they recognized this formation, they recognized that when you got the formation where Michael Mayer, he's pressed up a little bit further. And you see Brock Bowers, he's also in that same kind of alignment, but he's a little bit behind where Michael Mayer's lined up. That they clued in on that, and it's like, you know what, they're running Brock on this play, and Nick Benito read it instantly. You see him already creeping up. He read it instantly, and he's like, I've seen this formation on film. Well, you're not about to get me with it. I'm about to step in this hole, and I'm about to make a big play in the backfield. So I bet,
and he did,
and that's on Chip. Like, bro, if you're gonna run the same play, because I think last time you ran it the other way, we ran it from right to left. If you're gonna run the exact same play, the only thing you're doing is changing the direction. Like, bro, you got to throw in some more window drill. You got to throw in at least some kind of disguise. This is the NFL, bro. These guys ain't in geometry class Monday through Friday, right? They're not taking English 101, right? American. All they're doing is studying film, or the good ones are. So if you're going to run this play again, you got to disguise it. Do something else. Run it out of a different formation, not just flip your tight ends and run it the opposite way.
No, I'm with you. And there's multiple times where we've seen Chip. I mean, he'll come out and just run the play again.
Yeah.
Back to back. And it just
look, I ain't a problem. If a play works, I've seen Andy Reid run a play 3 times in a row. If a play is working, run it. But at least disguise it or make it look like something else.
100%. And Leo, man, I don't have the Deontay Thornton throw. I don't have it because it was just a pure drop. It was bad. I'm not sure if we could stomach just that play again because he just dropped it. It was a disgusting play by Deontay Thornton, unfortunately. But again, just to me, it feels like just bad play design. I'm not sure why, unless Michael Mayer was supposed to block down and get Benito, allow Brock to get the edge. I don't know, but you leaving that edge alone and not at least getting Brock with a running start to get that handoff and be able to beat Benito across the line of scrimmage, it's tough. Again, just don't like the play design. Yeah. All right, here's Mostert. This is the play where Geno and Mostert decided to get all in each other's face. Geno wasn't obviously happy. I'm going to run it through. But if you remember, last week there was a play where Genty went to jump outside to get the edge rusher, and so did DJ Glaze, and it left a linebacker free to come inside. Yeah. And I sat there and go, okay, I don't know what the assignment is. I'm not in that offensive line room. So typically you see running backs pick up blitzing linebackers, typically. Right? They step up in the hole. They take on the linebacker. Are we just seeing more miscommunication in the pass blocking game? And why is this still happening week 9? So I'm going to run it all the way through. You got Mostert at the top of the screen. So I will say this one's a little bit different because you got guys walked up on the line of scrimmage. I'll kind of go back up to here. You got guys walked up on the line of scrimmage.
Everybody's mugging. Yeah.
And so on this one, typically I would think, just based on kind of what I've known, other high schools, colleges do, this offensive lineman has to protect head up to inside gap. You have to.
Yeah.
Mostert, I believe, should go after that edge rusher based on what typical O-lineman assignments are supposed to be, especially when everybody's walked up. You take head up to inside gap, which leaves the edge rusher for Mostert. That's probably why the drama was between him and Geno.
Yeah.
And Mostert gets twisted around. I think he sees it. I think he knows he screwed up.
Yeah.
You got Mostert here, and you got guys coming off the edge.
Yeah, he has to see. And the problem is that I don't see him ever look Kafunga's way.
No,
I don't see him ever look that way. Like, you look at his helmet stripe, he never looks that way. And if he were to look that way, Because he's looking at he's seeing the double mug look in the middle. He's seeing those guys mugging. So he's like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to take one of these two guys. He never looks to the outside to see a funga. So he steps inside, but at that point it was too late. By the time to recognize the mistake. And if you look at this play, I think it was Trey Tucker. He's running like a crosser.
Oh, yeah.
Wide ass open. Like it's
wide open.
Touchdown central. Like I think he got it's like 3 defenders on this side of the field. It's only one on the other side of the field. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Oh no, it was I think it was Lockett.
It's Lockett. Maybe not a touchdown. Maybe not a touchdown. But it's a big game.
Big game. Yes. Yeah, it was Lockett. You lock it clear, 100%. So, again, unfortunately, this is just – it's a hell of a job, though. You see Parham. You got 0. He walks up, then he bails off, where you see Parham try to make the adjustment. Parham tries to make the adjustment. He tries to reach over. Obviously, it's late. Everybody's coming, but Mostert's got to scan his eyes.
Yeah.
You have to scan your eyes. If you don't scan your eyes, you're gonna get caught blocking nobody.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't scan at all. He should have been able to pick up this edge rusher, and that's why they're yelling at each other.
Yeah. Gino was bad.
Yeah.
So, the Raiders, it should have been 6 if he makes that block. Yeah. He buys them a little more time. Yeah, that's touchdown.
He does. My bad. I don't know. Did I say what's up to Jeff? What's going on, Jeff? I see you in the building. What's happening, man? Let's see. Okay. All right. More rookie issues. This is Deontay Thornton's attempted pick. This again, guys, if you can, double tap that screen. You got the Severe Raider over here. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation, man. Do us a favor, hit that sub button if you want to get included in the chat. We're just kind of breaking down film as we do every Wednesday. All right, Deontay Thornton. Everything is wrong with what Deontay Thornton did on this.
Everything.
Horrible.
Everything.
So I'm going to run it through. He's here. He's going to try to pick right here. It's comical. His attempt at trying to create that pick. But everything is wrong with it. And I'll kind of give my take on it. But Severe, I'll let you what's your thoughts on this?
He didn't even try to make it look like he lined the guy up and then went to throw a shoulder block at in a pick play. All you want to do is align your route so the path of your route leads you directly into that guy. And it looks incidental. Looks like I'm just running my route. I can't control where the defenders are. I'm running my route at the depth. Hey, it's not my responsibility to avoid him. It's not his responsibility to avoid me. We just converge. He made it look clearly like he went out of his way to run into that guy. And that's what you cannot do. You cannot do that. So it's just like I said, just but that's part of route running. That's part of understanding, this is the depth I need to be at. This is my, this is where I need to be at this particular time. And all he has to do is enough to slow that. He ain't got to even really have contact with the guy. He just really has to slow that guy down enough so Trey has the leverage. When Trey catches that pass, he already has leverage. Trey is gone. That guy ain't about to catch Trey. So it was unnecessary for him to make that contact with the guy. All he has to do is get his pass.
That's it. And Isaiah, you kind of make the point that I'm about to make. And here's the thing, right? One, this is what's tough. Deontay Thornton's a receiver from Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee runs these type of routes. They're more vertical routes all day long, right? They're vertical. So I don't know how much coaching Deontay Thornton has gotten on these type of routes. But there are very basic keys to running a successful pick route. Number one, it's like clipping, right? If you're going to coach any kid on not to clip, right? If you can read his name, you don't touch him, right? Deontay Thornton knows he's got this guy. The moment he can read his name, the moment this defender's shoulders are turned away from you, you don't touch him. There's no way he can flip his hips and keep up with Trey Tucker across the field. At that point, you don't even need to touch him. At that point, you could run completely past him because, and I'll play it and I'll pause it. I think it's number 23. At this point here, 23 is not going to be able to recover and keep up with Trey Tucker. So Thornton, just run past him.
Yeah.
You don't need to touch him. You don't need to check him. Nothing. And this is where Deontay Thornton just doesn't understand how to run this successfully and effectively. Now, if 23 was square, then you want to make sure that you kind of stutter step up roughly around 2 yards from stutter step him. As soon as he opens to you, then you jump around him. All you have to, once he opens at you, then you jump around him because you're going to freeze him for just that split second.
Yeah.
But if 23 is looking away from you, his shoulders are away from you, just run past him.
Yeah.
That's how you run a successful pick route.
Yeah.
But in severe to your point, look at his stance. He's planning that downfield foot to get in front of him. It's horrible. I mean, I think it's 22. 22 is never in position to keep up with Trey Tucker. Right here, he's not in position at all.
Yeah. And what's that, linebacker? Maybe
22?
Safety, yeah,
No, I think it's a safety walking up.
Safety.
I paused it a little too early. That's my bad. But even so, even when I paused it, Deontay Thornton should know at that point, I don't even need to bother with you.
Yeah.
But here, look at this. That position right there, you're not keeping up with the fastest guy on our team, Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
Not happening.
No, know what all Deontay Thornton really has to do? I'm gonna stop my route right here. Show the quarterback my hands. I'm running the stop route. Yep. Let him run into me. If he runs into me, don't make any contact with the guy. But like you said, once you see the name plate on the guy, it's
a simple indicator that I don't touch him. I don't even and you don't touch him in a pick route anyways. But it's a true indicator that you can just continue to run because he's never going to keep with Trey Tucker. Raination 510, rookie mistake by Thornton. We got to appreciate the effort to not hesitate to throw a block.
No, 510. No, you don't throw a block. As a wide receiver, you aren't blocking before a pass is thrown. Like, that's not what you do. Not in that situation. That's illegal. So it's offensive pass interference.
Yeah, it's and the thing is that if you know you're going to run that type of route concept, you better know that your receivers know how to run it. That's the biggest thing, and that this whole sequence of plays tells me that Deontay Thornton has no clue how to run a pick route.
Yeah, we've seen it before too, where he struggled with it or he's missed. Because rub routes are rub routes are part of. They're part of NFL offenses. It's how you get a lot of guys. How we've gotten Brock open a whole bunch is off rub routes and off pick plays. Like, that is a staple in NFL offenses. So you have to be able to, if you want to have a diverse passing attack or diverse enough, you want to have those in your back pocket. But the fact that we don't have guys that can run it, that's a concern.
It is a concern. This one real quick just shows just really how unsettled the pocket is for Geno and how I think he's going to be, we're going to see this more and more, where he's just going to bail out of this pocket, unfortunately. So you got Geno here. I believe, if I remember correctly, he's got the ability, and these plays are in sequence. So this is kind of later in the game. One I want to show, there's really nothing open at all. I want to say this is kind of 1st and 10 or maybe 2nd and 10. These route concepts, you got Deontay Thornton. You got 2 on top. Not going to happen. You got Genty doing a little bit of swing pass. Oh, yeah, it's 1st and 10 at top of the screen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back. Just watch the route concepts. I know it's a lot. You got motion going. Trey Tucker, motion's over, so they now know. Gino knows it's a zone.
Yeah.
But
Right
the receiver's got to do a better job of trying to find the soft spots in the zone, work the zone a little bit. Lockett does a better job.
Yeah, I said like whoever sat down in there right there, if it's a true 3-step drop and he just hits him on his back foot.
But it's a lot of just lazy routes. If you watch all the receivers, it's just kind of, it's just lazy routes. Locked up. Genty, semi open. You got a linebacker doing a really good job trying to get in the passing lane, and then he'll just swarm.
Yeah, 0-yard gain right there. Genty taking a big hit probably once he throws that lollipop out there to him.
Yeah, so it's just nothing. But the thing is you want to see Gino just do a better job of navigating the pocket. So I'm going to show the end zone view, and the tough part is I think Gino's just really quick to just escape the pocket now. And we're going to see it more and more. So you got him right here. I mean, it's clean.
Yeah.
It's clean pocket, step up. I want to see him to just kind of keep your eyes downfield a little bit. Try to continue to kind of work to get that ball downfield, but I think we're going to see him bail a lot, unfortunately. But in the same breath, these receivers got to do a better job in zone, find the soft spots, work. You see Lockett do it. Man, everybody else has to work a little bit better to just help out that quarterback, unfortunately.
And to your point, though, I think that's him at the top of the screen, right? Is that Bish or is that Brock? It looks like Brock. His stance is really linked over. I've noticed.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know. I mean, it's working for him, so I don't have him change it. But that's an odd stance every time I see it.
All right. So let's see. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of Genty. All right. There's a couple that are just, it's a little questionable, but because we've seen issues with Genty's vision in the past, I showed a couple where good jump cut, good vision, but you want to see it consistent. I'm going to kind of play it all the way through. But you see it a little bit better on the sky view or the end zone view. I'll play it through.
Yeah.
So he sees this. But the thing is with Genty is you have to understand where your blocking is coming from. So you see Dante Thornton kicking down. Yeah. He's got to know this crack block is coming.
Yeah.
Right. So you press the hole. And if you bounce out this way, where the blocking is designed to go, this is where you turn a 5-yard gain into a potentially 15, 20, 25 plus yard gain, depending on if you break a tackle. So I'll kind of go back up to the sky view. Dante Thornton, Genty, he's going to crack down.
Yeah.
Bounce this thing out.
Yeah.
Now you got
Trey too. You got Trey. You got Trey out there as a blocker too.
Correct.
So at that point, you got essentially Dante Thornton cracking down, Trey Tucker out there already. You got one man to beat.
It's just knowing where your blocking's coming from, and that's if you know what the scheme is and you know where your blocks are going to take place, it's going to make you just that much more of an elite runner.
Yeah.
And we've seen it now multiple times. It's not that it's just, one time, oh shit, this is Genty. No. Now, this is like the 6th, 7th time I've kind of showed a very, very similar play where he has that ability off of a crack block to jump to basically break outside. That's the difference between a 4 or 5 yard gain and him making it being a game changer.
Yeah. So because and that's what they talk about. And that's where it's rough for him because I know they want him to be explosive, but they also talk about patience. See, it didn't develop because once that block right there happens for Dante Thornton, like that's like that's the path right there. I mean, we talk all the time. You see your teammates' backsides. Like that's where the light is at. So,
and where this is where Genty can help set this up, and this is where Genty should know. Deontay Thornton's out there. Yeah. He knows that Deontay Thornton's going to crack down on a linebacker. So Genty's angle of pressing the hole is not good.
Yeah.
So imagine, and again, this is just Genty needs to know the concept of the blocking scheme in front of him. Genty has to press the linebacker that he knows. If Genty presses this linebacker instead of getting vertical quickly,
if
he presses the linebacker, you freeze him, the crack happens, and now you can bounce this thing outside.
Yeah.
It's all about the angle that he takes at the handoff. But he stayed way too vertical, and now you just find yourself in the traffic of everything. But again, it's just understanding the blocking concept that's happening in front of you.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. So again, for Genty, this is a duo concept as it relates to just the run game, right? So you got a bunch of double teams up front, right?
Yeah.
So his concept, he's just got to hit the hole hard. He's got to hit the hole hard, and he's got to make sure he just follows his blocks. Here's the hole.
Yeah.
He's so afraid because he delays his burst basically into the running lane. Look at the stripe on his helmet. He's already looking for contact.
Yeah.
The problem is there's the hole.
Yeah.
Press the line of scrimmage. But if you look at the stripe on his helmet, he's already looking for contact. I understand that D lineman is already, his momentum's already carrying him that way. But if Genty, it's a duo concept. They're double teaming. You got to get downhill as quickly as you possibly can. Press this hole before any outside influence can get into that running lane.
Yeah.
But you watch the stripe on his helmet. He's already looking for contact.
And see that's when it's like when it's power. We're back to back running power, and that's why it can be confusing for maybe for him as well. Where I know sometimes you need to show patience, sometimes you need to just hit the hole with some velocity. Like he's not executing on either one at a very high level right now.
And I think this is just the habits of somewhat. I don't know what he's being coached. I don't know what Chip Kelly wants in this situation. But this is very similar to just Boise State, right? With Boise State, he was very patient. He'd get the ball, he'd see it develop, and he knew he could run over 2 or 3 people or run through 2 or 3 people. And thing is like it's a dual concept. They're just double teaming the linebackers.
Yeah.
And there's your opening.
Yeah.
And the other thing about it, and I'm going to kind of go back here, is as a defender, the best thing you can do is make a running back make a move like a jump cut in the backfield because then they lose all their momentum.
Yeah.
I've always taught my interior defensive linemen, my linebackers, if you can make that running back jump cut or make them switch their change of direction in the backfield, they lose their momentum and now everybody can swarm. And he just does it kind of naturally. This jump cut here, you just lost your momentum.
Yeah.
So again, I want him to be able to. Again, I don't know when he's getting coached, so it's hard for me to kind of nitpick too much. But at the same time, if it's a power run scheme dual concept, get to the line of scrimmage as quickly as you possibly can. Hit that hole hard, and minimize that jump cut to stop your momentum. This next one, real quick, only a couple more. This is the interception to Genty. And I just want to show you got Brock Bowers, right? Look, I'm not so mad at the throw to Genty. I don't know why the hell he bulleted the shit out of it to Genty. Like a 7-yard throw, and he's throwing it like it's a 40-yard pass. But I don't know if Gino's actually going through his progressions, to be honest with you. So Genty drops it, whatever, it is what it is. But what I'm more concerned about, and you see it more in the Eagle or in the end zone view. All right, Brock, he goes ahead, he motions over. Once you see Brock, Gino's patient with it. If you want to get Brock the ball, you can get Brock the ball.
Right there, yeah, right there.
It's there, right? But he decides to go to Genty for some reason. This is later in the game. This is like third quarter.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get Brock the ball, this is your opportunity.
Yeah.
Goes Genty. He misses. The D lineman does a damn good job of returning that football, and then gets cracked by Mayer. But watch Gino's progression with his helmet. That's the great part about our helmets. You can kind of see his eyes. It's like he doesn't even give the play side a chance. He looks left. It looks like he's going through his progression, but he's not even giving it a chance. It's like he knows I'm going to Genty on this for some reason. So if you watch his helmet, left, and he just doesn't even give Brock a chance, knowing that he's coming across.
And that's an issue with this pre-snap read. I mean, obviously, some of it is post-snap, but pre-snap, he has to understand where the defenders are going to be on the field. Because they already had the motion, so he should understand what kind of defense they're running. You see Brock.
I'll go back here. Now that we've seen his helmet with the progression, he goes left. His read, his progression should be
left to right.
He's looking. If this is man coverage at the top of the screen, that means that's going to clear.
Yeah.
And then your next progression is watching Brock on the crosser. If he beats his man, you hit him. Genty should have been his dump off.
Yeah.
But it's like he didn't even want to see Brock cross. Look, everything clears out of man.
Well, that was clear man coverage. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it's there.
When they did it, but when they were in that pre-snap motion, maybe did anybody go with Brock though? Maybe
they didn't.
They didn't. Okay, so maybe that was confusion. Like, because
and you're right, and I thought about that. But here's the thing: it would have been different if I didn't see Gino look left to start. So if you watch Gino, bang, his eyes. Already. He sees the field side, which is the longer side of the sideline. If the field side clears, your next progression is Brock cutting across, and you're trusting that your number one receiver threat is going to beat his man across the field.
Oh yes,
but
he does.
He's like, I know I want to go to Genty.
That was more post snap read then, but that was bad. I mean, that's a bad drop though.
Yeah, you want Genty to catch that football.
It's like he jumps in the air and everything. Like, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely want Genty to catch that football. Now, I just showed where Brock was open. This is another opportunity for Brock to get the ball. Again, this is third quarter. For the majority of the game, he was covered. They doubled him. They bracketed him. He was covered. But there were opportunities. But I think this is where Gino, man, either he is setting his ways on his progression or lack thereof. He just knows who he's going to. Or he's just not – I think he's just not confident in his eyes. Yeah. So you got Brock that's going to go in motion here. If Gino just sets his feet now, just release the ball.
Man. Give it to him, man.
And this is on 2nd and 7, mind you. So this is textbook. But then he bails and he just dirts the ball. And now you're in 3rd and 7. And it's like, if you were trying to get Brock the ball in that second half, these were some opportunities to get it done. Again, here, bang, settle your feet, release the ball. And he's got to bail.
That's what you call it play. That's the Nick Benito play where Genty just
right here.
Genty whistle.
Oh yeah, Genty tried to just give him a light shoulder and
bro, just cut that guy. Like, but because you're not about to block Nick Benito. Like, bro, nobody's expecting you to block Nick Benito 1-on-1 and like stonewall him. Like, just cut the guy, buy your quarterback a half a second, to 3/4 of a second to get the ball out there. And, like that's your only job in that situation.
It is. Now, and it would be better if
If Geno just releases it right there, it's right there.
I know.
He just throws the ball right there. We don't have to worry about that at all.
But the thing about Genty is, man, Genty gets that line of scrimmage a lot quicker. Close that distance quicker to Benito as quickly as possible. The quicker you close that distance, the less room Benito has to maneuver around you. Yeah. But he just doesn't get there quick enough. You give enough of a gap for him to get an inside move on you.
Geno's looking right at him too. That's the thing, like Geno, like you said, is he not trusting what he's seeing? He's looking dead at Brock. And he's looking like he's waiting for him to turn and look. Like, okay, he made the correct read. He sees Brock. He's waiting for him to turn and look. He turns and look, and he doesn't throw the ball. And it's like, I don't know if he's scared to get hit right there because Nick Benito is bearing down on him. But if he delivers an accurate pass, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and that's the side of the field he's reading.
He's looking dead. I think he was waiting for Brock to turn. I think he saw Brock coming out. I think he's waiting for Brock to turn. Brock, I mean, obviously, Brock is not going to turn around as soon as he gets off, He's waiting for him to turn. As soon as Brock turns, release it. Or Brock, throw with some anticipation. Like, throw with some anticipation. Throw it before he turns. Like, why are you waiting for him to turn?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, I just don't think, like you said, I don't know if Geno's trusting what his eyes. He just doesn't trust his eyes, unfortunately. So we're gonna end the game film with this, and this is the punt block. Unfortunately, this is just lack of effort. It's not scheme, and it'll lead us into just our first topic really quick. But it's not scheme, it's not blocking, it's not blocking scheme, it's not formation. The last time we had the punt and block, I think that was the Chicago game. I think it was. I forget. Or Commanders game.
Maybe Chicago. It was because Cole ended up. Man, it was the Indy. Was it Indy? Cole got hurt. I think it might have been Indy.
I don't know. I forget which one it was. But they switched up the formation. The blocking scheme was off. All that, right? This is just pure effort. And this is all on Malcolm Kuntz right here. Now, mind you, Ian Thomas could do maybe a little bit better job to help out on his inside shoulder because you always got to protect your inside. But Malcolm Kuntz, you got to block that man with a purpose more than he wants to get to our punter. And so this is all on Malcolm Kuntz right here, unfortunately. Punt and block, and that's all she wrote.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, Malcolm Kuntz, you just got to do a better job. He's late to get back. I actually went and I watched another punt. He did a much better job. The technique was a million times better. And on this one, I don't know what he was looking at, why he was late to just kind of getting back, but just lack of effort.
Yeah, it is.
And bad technique, to be honest with you. So the formation's fine. The blocking scheme's fine. You're man-to-man, right? Your hat on a hat. That's fine. You just got to make your block.
Yeah. Now, who was in there as a personal protector?
Is that Chris Smith?
I don't know.
29. I always forget that Chris Smith. I don't even know if he's on the roster. I totally forget. But the guy that actually gets in here is 34. Again, Malcolm Kuntz, man, you got to get back.
Yeah, man.
So, punt block. That's it. That is all she wrote when it came to Tom McMahon. Tom McMahon.
Yeah.
Isaiah, man, I appreciate you. Yep, 29 Chris Smith. Tom McMahon, he's basically that sealed his fate as a Raiders coach. So, look, we broke down the game film again. Appreciate everybody that rocked with us. The one thing that I want to kind of showcase is there's a couple opportunities to get Brock the ball in the second half. But for the most part, They doubled him up. It was tough. They bracketed the crap out of him. Geno didn't have much time to throw, and I think over time, Geno continues to just have a lack of faith in this pass game or pass protection. But I don't blame him because Will Putnam was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Horrible.
So, look, that's tough. We're going to move on to the next game, but real quick, Severe Man with Tom McMahon out, obviously, scapegoat. Chat, let us know. Do you think that's going to help in any way? Do you think it's going to do anything? It's going to help turn any type of success around with this team. Chat, let me know as well.
No, I don't think it's going to help much. I mean, we have lost several games on special teams, right? But it's been, and one of them for sure you can attribute to the formation with the one where the kick was blocked. But a lot of them has been just missed extra point and missed field goals. Like, a special teams coordinator, like, he's not going to make your kicker make a kick. Like, your kicker got to either you making a kick or you're not, right? So I don't know how much it will help. Just having a new voice in there. Sometimes they'll kickstart a unit a little bit. Some fresh eyes, some a different energy. And I think that once people see an axe fall, they see somebody get chopped, then their ears perk up a little bit. They're like, oh damn, this is real. It can happen. And so maybe that'll light a fire under some guys on special teams. Maybe we might have to cut a few guys. Maybe that'll do something as well. Or see some different guys active. Obviously we elevated Jamin Davis. Maybe that was a message like, hey, nobody's spot is going to be safe. I'm willing to bring guys up from the practice squad. I'm willing to bring guys in off the street and put them in the game. So maybe that does something, but the issues on this team are running a lot deeper than Tom McMahon.
I'm with you, and I 100% agree. These issues are far beyond Tom McMahon. Yes, like you said, and I actually had a clip. I'm not going to bring it up, but I had a clip. I mean, the hard part for Carlson, and he hasn't been the best this year, right? But the win was so crazy. And as a kicker, you're trying to time the wind as well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, you could sit there and the ball's about to be snapped and you feel a gust of wind and you're trying to go to one goalpost hoping that the wind takes it.
Yeah.
And the wind dies.
Yeah.
I'm not giving them any excuses, but when it's a very windy game, that's one thing that kickers have to take into consideration, unfortunately. But, when you've missed as much as you have, at least Daniel Carlson, then the excuses run thin, unfortunately. So what up, Rebel? What's going on, man? You're saying that formation was ugly. You don't want to give 7 guys a running head start. Your blockers who are standing still. Recipe for disaster. One thing I will say is you formed that formation for a reason. It's because the thing is that you do want to condense everything down, and unfortunately, because you actually have to dial guys back like the wings. And again, I don't know if I can't bring it back up. You naturally are going to give guys a running head start, and that's perfectly fine as long as you execute your blocking properly. You'll see it. All special teams, all punt teams will have the similar type of formation. It's mainly because you're trying to create. It's kind of hard to explain. You're trying to create different angles in order for you to block at certain levels. Let's put it that way, right? Imagine like kickoff, right? You're not going to line up everybody at the line of scrimmage in the old school kickoff way. Old school kickoff.
Yeah. New kickoff, you got to.
Yeah, new kickoff different. Yeah. Like, there's layers to your blocking, and that's what you want to do. You want to layer your blocking, and that's what they do. And so that's what makes it just a little more efficient. And so that's why you see it angle off the way that they do. And it changes the openings that they can actually get through. So you see it everywhere. You see it college, and not necessarily college, but you definitely see it in pros.
Unless the guy doesn't do their job, then.
Unless you're one guy, Malcolm Kuntz, doesn't do their job, 100%. So, Yeah, but look, Tom McMahon, he's out. Severe, I agree with you. We have much more problems. I think he was just a scapegoat, but I don't think it's going to change anything. I think at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be the biggest test right now is going to be just what our offensive line looks like. If Dylan Parham's out, JPJ's out, we're in a world of hurt based on what this game film just showed. And so, real quick, man, we're going to get out of here in just a second, but Severe, man, because I got one thing to add. If Dylan Parham and JPJ don't go, who do you think our two starting guards truly are going to be? Because obviously we got Caleb Rogers, 3rd round draft pick. What are your thoughts are?
I'm hearing Caleb Rogers trending toward going, or not Caleb. Dylan Parham is trending toward going. And knowing this team, it's going to be Kappa. It's going to be Kappa. It's going to be Kappa and Parham. I just have a strong feeling it's going to be Kappa and Parham. And, I'm hoping that they, at some point, give Caleb Rogers an opportunity. Parham has stated several times he prefers playing right guard. Hey, play Parham at right guard. Get Caleb Rogers in there. Since he's exclusively been practicing at left guard from what I recall. Or it's since the early day. I think he had to spend a little time at right guard. Then after that, they've been having him exclusive at left guard. If he's exclusive at left guard, then obviously you don't want to throw him in his first professional game at a position he hasn't practiced in for a long time. So, hey, get him in there at left guard. Let him play. Let him play left guard. That's what I would want to see. Ideally, what I really would want to see is, hey, put Charles Grant at left tackle, put Caleb Rogers at left guard, let Meredith's going to continue to play center. Slide Glaze down to right guard and throw Forsyth over there at right tackle. As he's played right tackle, he's played both sides. Do that. I'd rather see that.
Yeah, I'll be honest, and I agree in a sense that look, we're just trying to put stuff together now. That's basically what we're doing, right? Will Putnam, god awful. We saw that in preseason. I mean, he's horrible.
Oh my god.
So if he has to play for some reason, it's going to be a shit show. What up, CT? What's going on, man? It's going to be a shit show if Caleb Rogers has to go in based on what we saw in preseason, and based on the fact that he's got to go against what's his name? They just traded for him.
Quentin Williams.
Quentin Williams.
Yeah, but
look, welcome to the NFL.
It's Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark.
Welcome to the NFL
too. Oh my god.
Any way you rotate it, it's going to be a mess. But here's the one point that I wanted to make is that Forsyth hasn't been as bad as he's bad, but he's not as bad as we thought he was going to be when we broke down his game film. Right? He's still bad, but not as bad. He has his good moments, which is interesting. But here's my thing is, I'm actually kind of pissed that they didn't allow Thayer Mumford to truly just compete at guard.
Yeah.
They could have kept Thayer Mumford and played him at guard. That's what they put him at guard at the end of training camp.
Yeah.
And they decided to let him go and bring in Stone Forsyth. But instead, you kept Will Putnam.
Exactly. Another center. Another center.
You kept Will Putnam for a potential guard spot. Why not just hold on to Thayer Mumford as a backup as a backup guard? Because you tried him at guard, and I think Thayer Mumford could have been a serviceable guard. He wasn't very good at tackle.
Yeah.
And again, this kind of goes back to when we're talking in the preseason. I'm just sitting there going, another just stupid move, getting rid of Thayer Mumford. Again, a guy that could play both positions, both right and left tackle, and you tried him at guard and potentially could have been a backup at that guard position.
Yeah.
But now we sit with Will Putnam. I'm just saying.
It didn't make no sense. It's really you have 3 guys that play center. You got Parham, you got Meredith, and you got JPJ. Why do we need another guy in there that could potentially play center? I'd rather another swing tackle / guard. A tackle / guard? Oh my God. There's a world of possibilities. A world of possibilities. It doesn't make any sense.
And by no means am I saying Thayer Mumford would have been great. But the thing is that he'd be damn better than Will Putnam at guard.
Yeah. Especially at guard.
Especially at guard. To tackle, maybe him and Forsyth will still. They'll compete. They'll compete. That's what they'll do.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is it's just these continuous moves with this front office, with this coaching staff. That you just kind of sit there and scratch your head and go, I don't even know Will Putnam's played. He's always been a backup center for us.
Yeah.
So does he even know how to play guard? Has he played guard in the past? I have no clue, but I've always known him as a backup center.
Exactly.
So it is what it is. I don't know what to say. It's tough. Rob, you're saying Putnam has played center his whole entire life. They moved him to guard, put him at his natural position. Okay, then yeah, I've always known him as a center.
Yeah, we don't need a center.
Yeah, right.
Like we don't like.
We have a rotation of centers already.
3 guys that could play. Well, 2 guys now. So I guess technically you're still 3 counting Putnam, but I don't want to see him at center. I don't want to see him on the field. I'd rather if you're gonna give a roster spot to him, like I said, I would rather that roster spot go to Thayer Munford or or somebody else. Even if you don't want Thayer Munford, it'll be somebody else that can play. So they can play guard. That has some versatility.
Yeah, and Rob, you're saying Munford was absolutely horrible in offseason preseason. He was not very good.
Yeah, but so was Will Putnam.
Yeah, but let's move him to guard like they wanted to in training camp, and just see how I guarantee you he'd be a much better guard than Will Putnam without question. And you just keep him. I think he was like $900,000. You keep him as a depth piece because we all know injuries happen on this offensive line. And we've said it day in and day out in this entire preseason, offseason, because look at what happened to us last year. Last year, we lost 3. We lost 3 offensive linemen again in that Cincy game.
One game, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like injuries happen to this offensive line all year long. So at a minimum, you attempted to try Thayer Munford at guard, roll with them, but you keep Will Putnam that's never played guard before. Again, another just dumb decision by this coaching staff and front office. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So, Ruben, you're saying Locky Tassi season. We'll see. Man. It'd be interesting to see if last couple of games, maybe he'll get called up if we get enough injuries. Never know. CT, I think if you're talking about Mumford, I think he got picked up by the Patriots at one point.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still there. He did go to the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know either. So, Joe, you're just saying real quick, why does it take us to lose 3 offensive linemen to let Caleb Rogers get a shot? And here's the thing: I don't know how ready he is. He did not look good in the preseason, so I don't know how ready he is. And we're about to throw him in against Quinnen Williams. Welcome to the NFL, big dog. It's going to be tough. LS, man, I appreciate it. Mumford to the Browns. Got you. Okay.
Okay. Back in Ohio. Okay.
Got him there. So, all right, guys. Hey, that's it. Broke down some game film. Talked a little bit about some of the moves going on. We appreciate everybody rocking with us. Man, if you guys can't double tap that screen, but Severe, before we get out of here, man, let everybody know the 5-hour show you got with Pharaoh, man. Let everybody know what you got rocking throughout the week.
Man, we got so obviously you guys know, man, Sunday and Wednesdays I'm in here with my guys. 805. I got Chris. Yeah, like, hey, you want to know Chris and we're in the Bermuda Triangle. We don't know what's going on with Chris. If you guys
he's just enjoying his good life.
Time I said what's up, man. If y'all see him, I don't know, man. If anybody's out there in the Caribbean. But Sunday and Wednesdays, my guys, Chris Protector Shield, 805 Raider in the Raider War Room. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays with PharoahNFL and with the 50-50 show and Around the Shield. We got a good show coming at you guys tomorrow. Special guest, somebody we haven't had on before. So somebody's been that's real deep into this Raider stuff. So should be an interesting one, man. Should be an interesting one. Exactly. Chris out there practicing this with his rip. He's out there getting his rip. Get that good in there.
Chris is trying to shoot too many gaps. That's what he's doing on vacation.
Yeah.
But hey, real quick, did you go live last Monday?
Yeah, not this past Monday, but the Monday before that I did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. You guys make sure you hit that notification for Severe too. Yeah. If he goes live and does a little bit of a solo game, that's got to be a must see YouTube TV.
Must see. If I don't end up going to Vegas, then I'm gonna be at y'all with a live this Monday post game for sure. So be on the lookout for that.
100%, man. Hey, guys, we appreciate everybody rocking. Again, I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. Rock out here in the Raider War Room. But, yeah, we'll see what we do this week. Maybe we'll try to jump on a Sunday just for the hell of it. I'll kind of talk to Severe just to kind of see what's going on. If not, maybe we'll try to do something on Monday. But if you guys are out here for the weekend, Sunday, we're going to watch just all day football. Hit me up. I'll be out near the strip. Me, myself, Leo. I'm going to hit Foo Chris, maybe Lunatic, Jen Slinger, just see if everybody wants to together watch some football. But then outside of that, on Monday, we're going to be at the tailgate, chilling. We may not go to the game. If we don't go to the game, we're going to take it back. I'm not going to the game. We're going to walk somewhere and go watch the game next to the strip. So if you guys are around, hit us up. We're all going to watch it together and have a good time. So we definitely appreciate you guys, man. Again, double tap that screen, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell so you do know when we go live in the Raider War Room, as well as with Severe. Pharaoh, I might do a live solo. You never know. I'll pop up on one if I got the time, but we appreciate you guys. So again, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Be out of here.
Real quick, LS, it's for you, it will be Friday at like 3. I think it's like right now it's Thursday, 1 o'clock Thursday for you. So probably like Friday at like 3.
Friday at 3?
For LS. Everybody else is Thursday. LS is the only person living in the future.
Oh, that's right. So you're around the shield?
Yeah, for honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Living in the future. For sure. LS, man, enjoy. Tap in for that, man. But again, guys, we appreciate you. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on the next one. Be out of here.